proper Seahawksy running back. And then he, lo and behold, went out and got him. And I love, like, anyone coming out of that Georgia program, you've got to take note.
Having more quality running backs is only going to do as well, because it gives us different weapons to utilise in different scenarios. I really like the pick, and the value in round 7 is absolutely immense.
Well, with our 7th round pick, 237 overall, we've got someone who was good on the run. Kenny McIntosh out of Georgia, my new favourite pick of the entire draft.
How?
I don't know how. He's an absolute steal, but he's my favourite pick purely because of his draft call. If you haven't heard it, please do listen to it. I may well put a snippet in the YouTube video as well if you're listening to that.
Hey, is this Kenny?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Kenny, it's John Schneider with the Seahawks. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
Good, man. We're going to take you right here at 237, okay?
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
You ready to come in and work, man? Let's go. You're too talented to be sitting here right now, okay?
Yes, sir. I know that, man.
All right, let's hear it for Kenny, y'all. Woo! All right, Kenny. Hey, here's Coach Carroll, okay, buddy?
Kenny, congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Oh,
Mom.
good. You tell your mom. Tell her.
Thank you, so I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I know this is hard. It's a hard deal. Well, congratulations. We're really fired up about you getting here. We have a really young running back position. You're going to be a big part of this thing. So be pumped up. You come into the Seahawks. We're fired up for you, bro.
I appreciate it, good. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
But the guy seems like, again, a hell of a character. The only issue potentially with McIntosh, when I'm looking back at his stats and his record, is fumbles. 2 fumbles last season for Georgia, 2 fumbles in 2021 as well. But as a 7th round pick, you know, I can live with that. It's not like we're taking him at Charbonnet's sort of, you know, state in the draft where if he's fumbling the ball, it'd be a bit of a concern if you're taking a running back that high with that potential nagging issue. So McIntosh, yeah, for me, he was a sort of late day 2, early day 3, kind of round 3, round 4, maybe prospect. I didn't see him getting past round 4. So to get him in round 7, I think is excellent value, absolutely excellent value. He's been lost a little bit in that Georgia offense, but was a secretly big part of it. I think if you were to ask all the Georgia coaches and staff how big a player he was to them and how important he was to them, I think they'd tell you he was really important to their offense. And again, a versatile back who can do it all. He's just as good in the slot in the receiving game as he is in between the guards and the centers. So it's a really good pick for where we've got him. And that 3-headed monster of Walker, Charbonnet, and Kenny McIntosh is getting me
4-headed. Don't forget DJ Dallas.
He's a cheerleader now.
You what?
DJ Dallas is a veteran now.
Hey,
He's
don't set me off, Mitch.
He might be relegated to the DJ decks next season as on the sideline with these two. Anyway, there's a little fun for you to end the pod. Pez, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I like it. I called it on the day when we were coming up to the 7th. I think me and Mitch were talking, and I said, interesting, Kenny McIntosh is still there. And I saw a few people saying he's a proper Seahawksy running back. And then he, lo and behold, went out and got him. And I love, like, anyone coming out of that Georgia program, you've got to take note.
Yeah.
He was their lead back last year. Like, in yards, touchdowns, attempts. I can understand kind of why he dropped now. Like, when you look at it and you look at his highlights, he's not... He's the kind of... It's like Mitch said, he is the 3rd down specialist at 3rd and 2. Like, you maybe want to protect Charbonnet a little bit more, put Kenny McIntosh in, he'll get you 2 yards down the middle, but he ain't going to break no runs and run away from anyone. Yeah. But I like it. I like the guy. The guy seems passionate. Yet again, another chip guy, because he's fuming. He's absolutely pissed off. And you just don't know when they come in like that and they've only been used to winning. You don't know what gets produced out of that. Remember the last 7th round pick, running back we got?
Chris Carson. Good point.
No
Josh?
one expected him to turn up like that.
Josh, your thoughts on this one, mate?
I like it. It's the NFL is running back by committee now, and the fact that we have got 3 running backs that were starters in their colleges, all high-profile college programs as well. I'm all over it. DJ Dallas was he the U? He was Miami, wasn't he? Don't know if he was the first choice RB though, was he?
Can't remember.
A rotational piece. Yeah, exactly. Running back by committee. But that's the way it's going to go. It's a long season, as Mitch has said. Having more quality running backs is only going to do as well because it gives us different weapons to utilize in different scenarios. I really like the pick, and the value in round 7 is absolutely immense. Who would have thought you'd get a starting running back from a powerhouse like Georgia in round 7?
John Schneider, the genius at work, as always. Mitch?
1 second, I'm just doing some maths. Trying to work out exactly how many yards the 3 of them put together in their last year at college, and the number is big. So 1,330 yards combined receiving and rushing for McIntosh. It's like 500 yards receiving, 850 odd rushing. Zach Charbonnet 1,359. So combined the 2,700, and then Kenneth Walker was 1,600, wasn't he, in his final season? So, I mean, it's a lot. Is the sum? It's a lot. It is a crazy total. It's about it's over 5,000 rushing and receiving yards between 3 backs that we have on the roster for the next 4 years. There's no shortage of X factor players that score their yards in different ways. So I love it. I mentioned earlier about him being a potential third down back, McIntosh, and what Pez said was right. He's capable of getting you those few yards you need on a 3rd down in a lot of ways, but he's also the highest graded pass protector of the 3, and also provides you that option of, he provides you that option of stick him there to protect the passer. If nothing is coming through that offensive line and it's holding, he can sweep round in front and be a quick check down as well with his good hands, and he's shown with good field vision. He can plan a really good route to pick through a defense. He doesn't have that breakneck speed. He doesn't have the huge elusive traits that the others have. It's not flashy, but his field vision often gets him an extra 5 yards, and he's hard to bring down. So I really like him as a 3rd down back, and I really like him as a backup guy. We might lose one of the first 2 to injury this year, and I'm going to feel really, really blessed to have McIntosh stepping in and picking up 3rd down situations for us. So I absolutely love it. That is an A for me, purely because we got a very, very good player who won 2 championships in the last 2 seasons, has a winning mentality, a really good diverse skill set, and we got him in the 7th round.
The thing with these 3, just on quickly what Mitch said there, with these 3 you can just play two running back sets, can't you? Because you've got the 2. Like, don't get me wrong, Ken might not have done a lot of catching in college, but he showed last year. What was that game where he was just getting dump off after dump off after dump off, and he didn't drop a fucking single one, and he was still cows, like he was still catching them, getting some yards and stuff. So you can literally put 2 of them suckers in the backfield.
Yeah. Can I give you one stat to finish the pod? It's a really good one. It's a fabulous stat. Josh is going to love this one. What do you think Kenny McIntosh's quarterback rating is?
Oh, fucking hell.
He had one throw in college.
0.
And Pez reminded me, because he's mentioning about two running back sets, and we set up in the Wildcat a few times, right? And if you watch
it's better than DJ Dallas, put it that way.
Yes, it is. But if you watch it, if you search for Kenny McIntosh touchdown, he's thrown touchdown, amazing. I'll spoil it for you. The quarterback rating is 531 because he threw one ball in college, and it was an 18-yard touchdown, and it is
and he's the
majestic.
Highest ranked quarterback.
It's absolutely majestic because what he does, the ball gets snapped to him in the Wildcat. He takes 2 steps forward. All of the safeties and the linebackers approach the line. His quarterback makes an out route to the back corner of the end zone, and he lofts a perfect touch pass right into the back corner, and it is absolutely sublime, by the way. So There you go. Quarterback rating of 531 for your boy Kenny McIntosh in the 7th round.
Well, in that
Quarterback
case,
of the future.
In that case, fuck Anthony Richardson, fuck Bryce Young, fuck CJ Stroud. We've got our quarterback of the future there, Kenny McIntosh. But it's all going to
Get
be
them all
irrelevant.
on your list, Josh.
Yeah, it's all going to be irrelevant anyway when the Seahawks inevitably do what the Seahawks do and sign Alex Collins and make him RB2 anyway. But yeah, you know what I mean? For now, it's great. Overall draft grades to finish, boys. For me, it's an A+. It has to be an A+. There's no one other than Kelly Ringo that I'm disappointed in missing out on at the certain spots that we took our players. So for me, it's an A+. Pez, what are you giving it?
An A+, just because we've got JSN.
A+ for JSN alone. I love it. Josh?
Big old A.
You can't go A+ with us, can you? You just can't get on the same fucking shit.
I do get it, though. I do get it.
I don't.
If you're looking at the overall, I can't just go, I love the fact we've drafted Charbonnet or we've got JSN. I look at it holistically and I'm like, we've done really well. But for me, to have an A+, you need to have... No, it's not fence sitting because I've given it an A. If I went B+. But for me, if you were like the Eagles or, in my opinion, Houston, they are A+ drafts.
It's going to be a fucking F when Jalen Carter is out the fucking league in 2 seasons.
But what about the rest of them, mate?
I don't care about the rest of them. Mitch?
That'll drop it from an A+ to an A.
It's an A+ from me. I like who we got and when we got them, and I also like the strategy we took with the way we approached the early draft and the late draft and the interview process. Loved it.
Love it. Well, thank you all as always for tuning in with us. I'm sure your draft grades are hopefully on level par with ours. I'm sure they'll be in that A+ region. But yeah. As always, you're a bunch of legends, whether you've been watching on YouTube, listening via Spotify, however you listen to it, however you get your podcasts. You're all a bunch of legends. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, anywhere you get your social media. We'll probably be on there.
You're taking my bit here, mate.
Oh, fucking hell, VP. Then go on.
Don't forget TikTok. We've just gone viral on one of our TikToks as well. With over 12,000 views. Yeah, go on. That's literally all I wanted to say because you forgot to say TikTok.
Okay, no.
Did you shout the Discord out? I was too busy watching Kenny McIntosh loafing 18-yard touchdown balls.
And you can chat to all of us in the Discord. If you check out the pinned tweet on our Twitter, Pez has kindly put the link up there, and we'd love to have more people join the community.
Come and join our dysfunctional community.
One of us.
Not Discord, it's dysfunction. Anyway, thank you all. As always, you boys, as always, you bunch of legends. So we've got a lot of fun stuff coming your way as well. But for now, thank you all for listening, and go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.